I just want to go over a couple of points that we discussed during today's lesson. The things that we experienced during today, you said you were hitting it fairly consistent the other day, but during today you found yourself topping quite a few of the shots or hitting them a little bit thin. We just highlighted the position of your head or the movement with your head during that golf swing, and we also looked at the release of your golf club, so I'll just go over those points. Just popped a circle there around the top of your head just to show you how much movement there is during that backswing. You can see the levels that you maintain throughout the backswing are okay, are really good. You've got a little bit of movement towards the target. Again, not too concerned about that because you do recover from that very well during the downswing. But what we did notice is that as you started your downswing, you were lifting. You're sort of changing your spine angles and you're standing up and you're lifting your head up and you're standing a little bit taller into the shot. What that's doing is just taking you a little bit further away from that golf ball. Again, restricting the movement into the back of that golf ball, stopping you from striking down into the ball. So again, just really working on trying to maintain that level with your body and your height. So you're maintaining the spine angles, you're maintaining the head height throughout that golf swing, allowing you to strike down into the back of the golf ball and get underneath the golf ball and get some consistent strikes. The other area that we looked at was the release of your golf club. Now as we take you into impact there, you can see that you've got an unhinging of your wrist, which happens a little bit too soon. Okay, and you see there as you're coming into that golf ball, your club head and your hands there are really sort of reaching the golf ball together. Your hands are in a position where they're behind the golf ball. Now, we discussed that your hands must lead that club head into the golf ball in order for you to strike down into the back of that golf ball and get the ball up into there and take that little divot. So there, if we take it a little bit further, you can see now that your club head has now taken over your hands, giving you that flicking action, trying to lift that golf ball up into the air. Also, you've been experiencing a little bit of trouble with direction. That flicking action with your hands will restrict the rotation of your forearm, so you're going to find some inconsistent shots. Some going off to the right because you're flicking and not rotating. Some going to the left because you're flicking and rotating too much. So really controlling that release of the golf club, making sure that your hands come into the golf ball first and the club head doesn't really take over your hands until a little bit later on in the follow-through position. Again, that's just creating a position where the club's moving into the back of the golf ball in a downward motion rather than a scoop or a lifting action, which can cause you again to hit the ball a little bit thin or catch the ground first before that golf ball. So again there we just look at Luke Donald here on the right hand side. Again, I put a circle around his head just to highlight the movement or the levels that he's maintained throughout his golf swing. You see there his head stays perfectly in that circle, doesn't move up or down. Also when I look at, if we take him to impact, there you can see just the fraction before he's going to hit that golf ball, the angle created between his left arm and the club head. And you can see there with yourself, it's pretty much the opposite way. You know, so there your club head is now taking over your hand, whereas Luke's position, his hands are leading that club head into the golf ball, creating that downward strike on that ball. So I gave you a few drills to work on, really just maintaining the hands position, staying forward, so we got you to hit a few punch shots, just making sure your hands stay in front of that club head. Also to control the rotation, we got you to do a few swings with your just half a swing, again trying to maintain the hands in front of the club head and allowing the wrist to rotate rather than flick. And again just looking at trying to maintain the head height and the spine angles during that golf swing. So if you keep working on that, if you've got any problems, give me a call, but I look forward to seeing you again soon.